And this month, CNN Philippines pays tribute to Filipino women who have great contributions to society. Today, we'll talk about how Filipino women working abroad narrowed the gender gap for sending digital money transfers to the Philippines. And tell us more about this, we have via Skype World Remit Managing Director for Asia Pacific, Michael Yu. Good morning, Michael. And he's joining us live from their office in Melbourne, Australia. Welcome to New Day, Michael.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. So first off the bat, do tell us about the latest, interesting and exciting findings of World Remit on the contributions of female OFWs when it comes to remittances.
Well, we've always had women send money back home, and that's always been an important contribution to their families and the economy back home. Interestingly, 5 years ago, our customers who were sending money back home to the Philippines, around 25% of the senders were women, and today we're seeing around 35% of those senders becoming are women. So we're seeing a real closure of the gender gap in respect of remittances being sent back to the Philippines.
Now, how does this compare, Michael, to the other countries in terms of the greater number of remittances made by females?
Around the world, we are seeing a closure of the gender gap. In places in Africa, other countries in Southeast Asia, we are seeing similar trends to what we're seeing in the Philippines. But I think it's fair to say that the rate of the closure of the gap in the Philippines compares very favourably. And again, I think that's due to the fact that we're seeing more women in the Philippines go overseas to work. And also, we think we're seeing a lot more women become involved in a wider variety of jobs, which enables them to send back more money.
That's right. And not only that, but there's also a finding that you have sent that says women actually send more, a bigger portion of their paycheck back to their families, wherever they may be.
That's right. Most of us already know this, but women are more generous. So women do tend to send back a larger proportion of their paycheck. And I think a lot of that is due to a lot of women taking responsibility for the upkeep of children and family back home. And interestingly, when we surveyed our customers, the very number one reason why a lot of our Filipino customers like sending money back home is for the education and for the health of their family and loved ones.
Okay, and with that, how can digital money transfer actually help women? I mean, as World Remit celebrates International Women's Month, we know that you're offering a lot of great deals for your customers.
Yeah, in celebration of the women around the world, particularly those sending back to the Philippines, for the month of March and April, we've got a code, IWD, and that allows first-time customers sending to the Philippines, male or female, to have a free transfer initially. And it's very easy to come across by simply downloading our app or getting onto our website and log into worldremit.com.
Wonderful. And of course, in the future, you've already seen a slight increase in terms of a gender gap. I mean, with the women from 25% to 35%. Where do you see this going? Do you see it growing even faster in the future?
Yes, I do. I think we all know that when women thrive, families thrive and economies thrive. And I think that's been very well recognised, particularly by the Filipino government over a number of decades now. And I think as more women are moving overseas to work, and I think as women become more educated and are becoming more involved in management, white-collar jobs as well as blue-collar jobs, I think we really will see the gender gap becoming less wide, and we look forward to the day when we have women sending back more money and more women sending back money than men.
Well, that's wonderful news. Thank you so much. We have World Remit Managing Director for Asia Pacific, Michael Yu. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.